So, session 4 of the Krav Maga Fundamentals teaching series. What we're going to be covering is the first 4 elbow strikes, the side kick and the 360 defense. So, first 4 elbow strikes are this. I'll start through them again. The first one, again, working from a front-on neutral position, your target is right in front of you. Your elbow strike comes up underneath the chin is number 1. The second one, coming up, coming across the chin is number 2. Number 3, your opponent is to your side. That's number 3. Number 4, your opponent is to your other side, but you're still using the same arm. You're turning and striking there. Okay? Now, very, very simple to learn how to use the elbow strikes. First of all, think about your range. When we practice, you have a punching range, you have a kicking range, you have an elbow strike range, and a knee strike range. Okay? These are the ranges you work in. So when you're training with your partner, you need to make sure that you're within the right range. There's no point in your partner being here, you know, because that's not elbow striking range, that's more likely to be punching range. Okay? So, the first elbow strike, you're bringing it up, again, based on the principles of Krav Maga. It's direct, and the first part of your body that is moving is the part that's doing the striking. From this position, your elbow comes up. As the elbow comes up, the other hand comes up in a guard position. So from the front, your arm is moving first, the elbow comes forward, then the other arm comes up, and it covers on the other side of your body. When the arm is coming across the front, again the arm is moving first, and it gets to the midpoint, okay, the other arm comes up in a guard. Now when you're learning how to do these elbow strikes, it's easy to think about having a glass of water. In this position here, it's like having a glass of water and just throwing it over your shoulder. Okay, you have your little finger facing towards your opponent, okay, and the palm towards the side of your face. You're just bringing it up to the side of your body here. When the strike is coming across the chin, it's like having that same glass of water and you're throwing it over the other shoulder. So as your arm comes up here, it rotates and comes across the chin. Okay. When you're striking here to the side, okay, the opponent is here, you're coming again up underneath the chin. If you just come straight up, it's quite awkward. The best way to do this is, as you come up, is to just bring this hand just slightly forward, and you'll find it's much easier, okay, to get your elbow underneath the chin. When you're coming across and strike to the other side of the body, the important part here is the footwork. It starts off in exactly the same way as you would the second one, where you're coming across the body. You need to rotate your shoulders and your hips, and you do so because the target is here. So I'm here and I rotate. Now at this point here, you see my rear foot here is locked. Okay, I can't rotate any further. What I need to do is either rotate on my heel to get a little bit round, or make a very tiny step here. Boom. A little tiny step there, just to be able to bring my hips round enough so my elbow can come across the chin. It is not enough just to turn there, because you can't get your shoulder through the strike. You must always strike through the target. You need to rotate through. So if you need to make a little step, that's fine. Okay, so turning a little step, bang, through the target. However, what you don't want to be doing is this, and stepping forwards. Okay, it's not efficient, it's not Krav Maga. Okay, the efficiency is here. You're turning, there's the target, little tiny step, rotating and driving through the target. Okay, so those are the first 4 elbow strikes. Up to the front, across from the front, up to the side, across to the side. Okay, so we practice with both your right and left elbows. Okay, the second thing is the side kick. Now side kicks are never practiced from a front-on position. Okay, you simply cannot get into the right position to do so. Side kicks are only ever done using the lead leg. Okay, you cannot use the rear leg to do a side kick. It's just not possible. And it's also, if you could do it, it'd be a very inefficient kick. So, side kick is this. Okay, Just like the outer roundhouse, I'm rotating my hips, pulling my foot up, okay? But instead of flicking out and pointing my toes, what I'm doing is I'm bringing my knee up and pushing out. Now you have two ways of striking here. You're either striking with the foot flat, like so, okay, or you're angling your foot, so you're hitting with the blade. So you're here like that, and you're hitting with the blade of the foot, okay? Like so. All right. Now, in exactly the same way with the outer roundhouse, in order to have the right foot positioning, you need to rotate your hips. Okay. Rotate the foot positioning here, so my body rotates 90 degrees here. Again, I've still got my guard facing forward. I'm still looking forward towards my opponent, but my hips have turned 90 degrees to the right, and my heel is rotated in and been planted into the floor. So I can still bring this foot up now and strike, and then come back to good guard position. Okay? Always thinking about keeping your shoulders over your hips to maintain your balance. So here, rotate and kick. Okay, you don't have to kick high, that's not important. Within Krav, it's about fundamentals and about aiming towards the targets that are the most effective. Okay, so here, striking towards the knee, striking towards the middle of the thigh, striking towards the groin, okay? Then you can go higher to the ribs or even to the head, okay? So, the final thing we're going to cover today is the basic 360 defense. Now, a 360 defense is for punches coming in from the outside. So that's somebody trying to slap you around the face, punch you underneath the stomach, punch you with a hook punch. Those are all outside strikes coming in. It will also be covering later on if somebody stabbing with a knife, or stabbing upwards with a knife, coming in from the side with a knife. So, again, practicing from a neutral position here, a 360 defense is this. Okay? That would be a defense from someone striking down with a knife, or a hammer fist blow, or something like that. So I'm here, and I'm turning my little finger towards the direction of where the attack is coming from, and then pushing with my elbow, creating a perpendicular block. Now, it's very important here that you think more about protecting with your elbow than you do about protecting with your hand. Quite often when you see people beginning to practice this, they tend to be sort of doing this and almost trying to knock away the attack that's coming in. You need to move your body so it's behind your arm, and you push with your elbow and your shoulder and lock in there, and that creates a block. Okay, if the strike is coming up from underneath here, so from a knife strike underneath, or a body hook coming into your floating ribs here, you're there. Again, bringing your body forwards, pushing with your elbow, little finger towards the direction of your attack, and creating a block. You mustn't extend. Okay, very, very dangerous. If you do a 360 here and defend like that against somebody coming in with a knife, it's very easy for the attack just to slide down your arm and for the knife to go into your side. Okay, which is something that we don't want to happen. So you need to make sure when we're practicing with your 360 here, you create a square block. The force coming in stops there at your forearm. Now you'll notice that I'm leaning forward as I do my defences. A 360 defence is a flinching defence. Okay, you don't have time to get into guard position, you're not ready, you just see it happen, bang, it's there, and you need to react to it. Okay, so it's a flinching defence. Now, I don't have time to move forward with my feet, I just don't have the time. So I throw my shoulders towards the direction where the attack is coming from and bring my arm up into guard. This covers obviously two things. Firstly, I get my body behind my arm, okay, provides support. Any force that comes in here, I've now got the elbow coming directly into my body here in a line. So as you can see here, I'm moving forward. There, the force is coming in there, it's coming into my body, okay? It provides good support for the block. Secondly, it means I'm moving towards my attacker. The closer I am to him, the less force that strike's going to have. If I was to try and lean away, okay, so imagine I'm here, I'm doing a sort of a hook punch here in towards your face. If you were to lean away, all I've got to do is lean further forward to lean in and get the strike. However, if I'm moving in towards me, I would have to adjust to come here to punch, and it's a lot more difficult. So it's actually safer to be moving forwards and get inside the range of your attacker's arms. So, The 360 defences. Essentially, the 360 just means it's all around. We work on a clock basis. Okay, so 12, 1, 2, all the way around. So when we are practicing it in class, we talk about, okay, go around the clock, so attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way around, so that you practice the different areas and locations of where you have the defences. The easiest way to practice this is as follows. So number 1 is this. Number 2, number 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that way you've covered all the 360 with both arms. Okay. Just a quick word. Always the attack's coming from the inside out. So the defences are coming from the inside out. If the attack is coming from here, I would never turn. Okay. So always nearest weapon to nearest target, or nearest defence to nearest attack. Okay. So you would always, if the attack is coming from here, be using your left arm. If the attack is coming from there, be using your right arm.